I'm here. I'm here. All right. Book of the week. Book of the week this week was The Motley Fool Investing Guide. All right, guys. If you're looking for it, I did add it to the list. I did find a bunch of stuff in there that I think is of value. So that is in there. Um, we're gonna go over a bunch of stuff this week, guys. I do want to look at comparing the DD from last week, just taking a look at how the tickers I had laid out as potentially worth watching would have played out, and whether or not I should be taking my plays a little bit more. That's redemption advice that I've laid out to him in the past. I haven't personally been taking that advice myself, so I am in the Discord. For those of you that haven't done the Discord, that's there. I'm also going to drop the reading list. I think the Motley Fool is worth adding to the list. I think there's a lot of stuff in there that you guys are going to be able to read and use, especially from an FA perspective, guys. They've got some good ground rules. They've got some good ideas. Their methodology isn't exactly for me, but I do appreciate where they're at with it. I do appreciate the style that they've got. It is more FA based, but all right, all right, all right. Here we are. Okay. So first up, let's take a look at what we had outlined last week. Some of the tickers. Let's add this in here. Last week's calls. Bom, 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 bom. Good afternoon. Hello, hello. Hope everybody's having a good weekend, ladies and gents. Okay, so last week we said that we wanted to take a look at AUPH. Just looking at the recap here. FEC. Fuel Cell, KOPN, LAC, SNDL. Palantir had a demo that we were going to look at, and TYD. So let's go. I mean, Evernote for my purposes is something that I've used in the past and I'm familiar with. I actually really like it. Notion definitely has a lot more functionality to it, but for what I'm doing, I don't think that I need additional functionality. Hopefully that helps. Okay, let's pop up. I'm gonna create a watch list here. There we go. All right, let's create a new watch list. Save this one first. Save list. New list. Save list as weekly recap. Okay. RC back. Good day. Good day. How goes it? Oh, Notion's registered out of Somalia. I didn't know that. Okay. So let's throw these tickers in here. What are we looking at? We're looking at AUPH, FCell. What's up, Z King? KOPN. LAC, SNDL, and TYD. A rainy day. I'd take a rainy day over the snowy day. All right. So what I want to do here, guys, is I would like to see these performance on the week. Okay, so last 5 days. Had we got in KOPN at the start of the week? Oh, Sinui with that sweet Prime sub. Thanks, Sinui. What's up? What's up? What's up? Book of the week, guys. Motley Fool Investing Guide. I did add it to the reading list, so you guys can check it out there. I really enjoyed it. It's from the two guys that run Motley Fool, and I'm not big on their website, fool.com. Most of the writers on that are not traders, or if they are traders, they don't hold positions in the things that they write about. That's completely contrary to what the fine folks over at or Dave and Tom Garner do. They hold the positions that they talk about. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Krieger. I guess it's good afternoon. It's 1 o'clock. Yeah, we're taking a look at the plays we had talked about during the recap last week. So if we had taken this 336 to 448, we'd made $1 share off KOPN. Fuel cell would have been entry at 1665. Let's make this days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get the info window here. All right. Open would have been 1657. Close on the end of the week 1813. That would have been a winner. LAC 1373 start of the week. Close. Oh, way too far back. Start of the week would have been 2711. Close on the week 2975. So small win. AUPH. AUPH started the week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open 1457, close 1519. SNDL start of the week would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. SNDL would have been a loser. TYD would have been start of the week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would have been 56.99. Finish the week 57.32. So had I just taken these 5 plays this week, SNDL would have been the only loser. These all would have been winners, and I took none of them. Not one. So I got to make sure to do more of this. Wasn't THCX? Yeah, we talked about it. I don't know that I was going to take it. I think SNDL was the play that I had decided I was going to take. THCX was on there, and it would have been a loser too, I think. Open 1864, close. Counting back 5 days, which was Friday. Oh, you're right, 4 days. Still would have been a loss. Um, you're right. We had a short week. Okay. Next up, SPACs. SPACs. Upcoming SPACs this week. Let's see if we had any news from the SPAC clan. News. Yeah, Chain, I'm looking specifically for breaking news on a SPAC, not necessarily what the SPAC was. I'm not gonna go back too far here though. Just seeing what's of interest here. If you go to go public via SPAC, food and grocery SPAC. Man, that's only Friday though. Oh, and then it jumps to Tuesday. Okay. Virgin Orbit is considering a SPAC. Churchill Capital won't confirm. I hope everybody had a great week. Not that I know of. If there's a resource that has that, that would be fantastic. All right, there's some news on the week, guys. I just want to see if any of this is really of interest to me. Blank check firm Gig Capital 2 announces 285 million SPAC. This is a telemedicine play. I think I already have that with SHG, so I'm not particularly interested in that. 5% on the week didn't trade. Nice. What's up, K Lethal? It did. We've got another one today. My third eldest is having her birthday today, so I will be out of here at a hard stop at 4 o'clock. Tech, healthcare, and specialty industries. What up, what up, what up? It's kind of a smaller SPAC. I don't know that I'm a huge fan of it. EVgo. This one is already run. CLII. Her. It's a her. For the most part, most of my kids are them girls. Okay, food and grocery SPAC. JCIC. food and consumer products. So this could be a potential 30 million units, $300 million. Is that what we're looking at? $300 million SPAC. Okay. Food and groceries not really my thing. Virgin Orbit considering a SPAC route, so another Virgin. Ooh. So he's already worked with Chamath in the past. I wonder if IPOF is a chance of becoming Virgin Orbit. Hmm. CCIV won't confirm Lucid. Okay, so this company's SPAC of the past was Laser, and that one turned out pretty well. Liberty Media, 500 million. Motorsports, media, digital media, music, entertainment, communications, telecom, LMAC. Martini in the house. Martini, Martini, Martini. Martini, check your Discord DMs. Yeah, I did a bunch of trades. We'll go over that, guys. One by one. I do have a bit of a thought process that I do on these weekly recaps. So, weekly trades. I guess I could move key events down because that's going to be us looking at the week ahead. Six days I work, on the seventh I rest. Um. All right. Trades that I took this week. Let's open this bad boy up. I think it's more of the same, to be honest. Custom date range from January 18th to the 22nd. All accounts. Why is it not? Custom date range. January 18th? Oh, it's thinking. Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely year of the degen. All right, here's all the trades from the week, ladies and gentlemen. Sorted by ticker. So AMTX bought a little bit more and then sold a whole bunch. BlackBerry in and out real quick. BTWN bought a little bit more of that to average down. DGLY bought 3,000, sold. This one, oh, status canceled. I want filled. I don't want canceled. Okay, there we go. That's better. Filled orders. This is having all the canceled stuff. Okay. So BTWN average down on that. BlackBerry quick in out. In at 13.55, out 17.50. This was actually 17.35 to 17.50 because it bought in Canadian. Mara sold some of Mara to move into other positions. MRS took an additional position in that. SAGG took a position in that. MIT took a position in that. Mara bought an additional position, so I sold and then I came back on the dip. So that was a DCA. SPPI bought and sold in at 386, out at 396. It's a winning trade. Mara, DCA again. IPOF sold for a win. MRS bought another. Mara. Why aren't these in freaking order? Ugh. Oh, come on. Okay. Whole bunch of buys and sells from Mara. LAC sold for a profit. IPOF sold for a profit. iPic sold for a loss. This is a loser. I use IBKR for options plays. I don't use it for anything else. Best resources to learn to do research on the financial markets. The books that I've used to learn how to trade the way that I trade are these ones. I've put them in a list. Every time I read a book that somehow influences how I trade, I put it on that list. So that's there for you guys. Yeah, so MRS purchased a whole whack ton of it at sub 40 and sold at 43. So this was a win. I did buy back in. We do have a position with the court case. Awesome, Martini. I don't have anything else to say on the matter, but you are welcome to go further or clarify positions, or slap me down if you feel that I was overreaching, of course. SHG, I got back in on that, guys. That's the telemedicine play that I was talking about. SNDL, kind of all over the map with this. Bought a bunch at 68, 67, 68. Got out at 68. This was a small win. We're talking like 25, 30. Oh, and then yeah, you can hang out with Martini and I sure. Xena, guys, this was a Canadian pot play. This was a quick one for me. I bought at 10, out at 11, so small gain, about $100. Zomedica, bought twice. This was a loss. I exited Zomedica at a loss this week. So a couple of losers this week. Zomedica was a loss. Fire was a loss. Um, Now, with Zomedica, I don't so much have an issue with it. I exited Zomedica to move money into other plays, which we will see. So Canadian portfolio right now, small holdings and a whole bunch of stocks. They're just kind of like love it, leave it kind of deals. SHG would be the SHG MRS are probably the two that I'm more serious about. The rest of these are just to kind of shits and giggles. Um, As far as the US portfolio, definitely move things around. Currently have a DCA and Mara holding in the 20,000 range. 851 on that. So I'm green on that. DGOY came down significantly this week, guys, from my 297 average to DGO to 262, 261. Now, I was supposed to exit this entirely at 10% and have broken my own rule. The reason why I did not exit is because, and we'll get into this today. Let's do that one last time. BTWN, guys, it's the Richard Lee, Peter Thiel SPAC. We are waiting on news any day with this. I am down 1,600 on a 26,500 position. I think this one has a lot of room to run once they announce. So I'm not exactly running for the hills on this one. I trust Peter Thiel. I trust Richard Lee. I think they're going to deliver us something pretty special. In regards to DGLY, guys, my play on DGLY is one where I am looking for the Biden administration to drop a national camera legislation, body cameras, dashboard cameras. What's interesting is Biden is using what happened on the 6th as proof um, that there is domestic violent extremism. What I find interesting is that in some way, I'm going to open these up. Okay, so Biden wants to create a new administration that's going to focus on domestic violent extremism. Okay, so here's Capitol Hill on the Wednesday. This was wrong. I do not in any way think that this was right what happened. I am completely opposed to this in every way, shape, and form. This Capitol Hill protest where they rushed the Capitol, caused it to be shut down, vandalized the building. This was wrong. Absolutely agree. So on record, I think this is absolutely wrong. This is what he's using as a reason to create this national council. On the other side, this buildings being burnt, destroyed, flags lit on fire, bottles of piss and rocks being thrown at police officers, police cars vandalized and destroyed, entire businesses broken into, shuttered, people beaten, assaulted in the streets, more vehicles destroyed. This is not the issue. This is the issue. I think what Biden needs to do is remove head from ass and realize that he's got a bigger problem than the Capitol Hill riots. This is also a much larger problem, and this was a problem that was exacerbated by Democrat parties not choosing to take action and call in the National Guard. So the same issue. Granted, I am all for this should have been rectified by the National Guard being called in. So, what I think needs to be recognized in order to create that unity that he was talking about is both of those need to be addressed, not just one. If you only deal with one side of this, a single protest that resulted in this, then this is undealt with. So, um, but with that being said, looking at domestic violent terrorism, I think that there's a good chance, or extremism, sorry, not terrorism, extremism. I think there's a good chance that we'd see federal mandates towards body cameras and dashboard cameras. The other thing that we have, guys, and this is an unfortunate thing, right? Oi, 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 what's up? Yeah, I mean that's another thing. That's just an f up. The National Guard having to sleep in a parking garage, that was a bit of a screw up, for sure. But I don't know that that really has anything to do with body cameras, dashboard cameras. The other thing, guys, is as far as police shooting statistics, 988 people have been shot and killed by police in the last year. Okay. We have a steady rate. What we're looking at here, guys, as far as what's going to happen, is it's by timeline. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Yeah. So DJI will see gains from potential surveillance for sure. As they build dashboard cams and body cams, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for that. What you're seeing with this rolling ticker here on the site, guys, are the amount of shootings that happen. It shows you every major date where there was a published news source. Okay, so starting in January, all of those little dots are a death. I believe it's every day that passes. But as you can see, January had a high profile one, February, March, April, May, June, July. June had two high profile ones. To make consumer or industry for police forces, police forces and security teams. Um, June had two high profile ones. July had one. So here's what's happened so far this year, guys, is um, we have not seen a high profile police shooting yet under Biden's administration. And my thought on the DD with that is if and when that happens, because statistically speaking, it's an inevitability that it's going to happen. What we're going to see is um, the Biden administration is going to have to take a stance. They're going to have to come out. They're going to have to speak. Um, so that's going to be a big deal. And when that happens, I think that's another thing where body cameras and dashboard cameras are going to get some big hype. And we're going to see Biden move on that as well. So um, we've gone 3 weeks now without a high profile shooting of a person of color so far. So BLM hasn't spoken up yet, but I think there's a huge risk here that we are, statistically speaking, going to see a person of color shot by the police that gets news coverage. And with that, Biden's administration is going to implement and enforce a federal body camera, dashboard camera mandate. With that DGLY, I expect to run. So why am I breaking that rule of why am I not out at the 10% loss? I'm not going to take a 10% loss just to get back into the position, which is what I would be doing. So for me, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to hold out on it. I'm not going to DCA on it. I'm going to hold out on it. We'll see what happens. Um, there's an article from 2016. Hmm. Apparently, there are loopholes with the union still. The public voice on it is that it's a good thing. And like this line of reasoning is exactly where I'm kind of at on it, right? Apple, Tesla, or Facebook, which is going to have the best earnings this week, and which is the safest play? I think Apple stands to have the best through Q4. Yeah, I think Apple probably has the best earnings. This segment aired on October 7th. So this line of I wish that they would just put them on. This is them. This is the city administrator speaking to. Um, oh, sorry. The body cam ticker is DGLY, but there's also AAXN. I wouldn't play that one on equity. In my opinion, I would probably look at an options play. If you can play AAXN. If Apple had just bought Tesla, Tesla wouldn't be what it is today. How many shares of GME do I own? None. Had another interview with Bloomberg yesterday. I've only been investing for 4 months. Shit's so funny to me. That's crazy, Reese. Feel free to name drop Reese. I'd love to do an interview with Bloomberg. Open up a smaller FTX position, close on Friday, looking to see a recovery after the massive ER sell off. End of year expiring and call sounds tempting. Yeah, me too. Anyway, so this is the city, the municipal government speaking to their thoughts on the police. The city government went, I wish they would just put them on because they're actually there to help them. That's the whole thing, being transparent and actually capturing what's happened. So if everything's on the up and up, there's no problem wearing them. That's kind of my opinion on it as well for police officers. I think it's a damn good thing for them to have them. I my personal opinion is that um, they're there to help. Yeah, I mean, I did weigh in on the Wall Street bets thing earlier today. I didn't get my contact from Bloomberg though, so I'm just throwing that out there. Um, um, I'm up 34% this year. Is that good? Absolutely. It's great. Try to hold it. Try to keep it. What are we doing? We're doing weekly recaps. So I'm recapping the trades from the week as well as doing due diligence on the week ahead. Right now, we're just reviewing my portfolio holdings and kind of where we're at, where my thought process is at. So, you guys will see that I've gone back to the strategy where I was going to hold three large positions. No problem. I'm going to hold three large positions and continue to hold them into the gains that I think. Is it just me or your weekend's boring as fuck when you become a trader? I use Saturday like this, guys. I wake up in the morning, I have an extra long coffee with my lovely wife. I then read or listen to an audiobook, something to do with the market. So I'm constantly learning every week. At least I'm getting one book done. Um, Chat's going a mile a minute here. So, yeah. So, and then Sunday's my day of rest. Sunday's when I unplug and just hang with the fam. But yeah, I mean, I'm a dad with 8 kids. I've got a wonderful wife. I got friends outside of the Discord that I hang in. So, EXPR next. The weekends for fantasy baseball. I like that. WDC this week for down 5%. I'm looking for C this up. Take a look at C if that's too much trouble. Yeah, I can totally look at C. Actually, I'm going to do that in a little bit. We do break down potential tickers and plays towards the back end of this, so I definitely will be doing that, guys. BCRX is one that I've traded before. I don't hate the play. But yeah, so guys, that's why I'm still in DGLY, even though I am down currently more than the 10%. I'm not going to take a $2,700 loss. I believe the play in the DD is correct. Is the movie industry dead? No, it's going to change. Thoughts on GME? It's overextended where it is, and it'll come back down. I played GME from $8 to about 14 and was happy with that. At this point, I am taking puts in April against GME. Those are my thoughts on it. It's too far stretched. Yeah, there's a lot of money against it. Again, my puts, my options portfolio is super small. Right? OJ Simp, thanks so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the channel and what it is you trade. Nice. Nice. That's solid. Yoit Sky, thanks so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream and what it is you trade. What puts? I've got April puts. I don't even remember what they were, but I took puts way outside the money. Yeah, I got something like that, 19s or 15s, something way outside the money, right? And I threw a bottle of whiskey at it to see what they'll do. Uh, but yeah, Mara guys, DCing on Mara was the right decision. Down to a 762 average. After hours, it's 1828. If we look at Bitcoin right now, oh, Jonathan. Well, a win's a win's a win's a win. Bitcoin right now, guys, is holding over 32. So not completely recovered from its dip, but not falling as well. Okay, I'll take a look at C real quick. That's it for weekly trades. We did SPACs, reviewing the rules. Did I make any changes? Abe has life with that sweet cheer. GME 100 calls. Yikes. Trading rules, guys. Stopped all at 10%. I'm breaking this rule currently. No FOMO. Yep, I've got that. Trading Journal Daily. I've done a good job of keeping up with that. Sizing targets. I came back to that. That was one that I was breaking last week, and I have come back to since. So the goal, guys, is to go from 50K to 500K. Endo, guess whose birthday it is today? It's my third. Uh, it's my third oldest daughter's birthday today. Um, ooh, another 100 for the B day. Thanks, Abez. Um, Subs will have access to the training journal last day of the month. Am I breaking no FOMO too? I don't think so. With this goal, guys, the stream set the target to go from 50K to 500K. With that, from 50 to 500K, what I'm looking at, I kind of broke it out this way so that by September, hopefully I've hit the target. If not, no problem. Can you explain why not to trade on technicals? I always do that. Okay, so that's an interesting one. Um, the reason why, so don't marry positions is another one, guys. Trade fundamentals, no chasing technical BS. So when I started last year in January, I started with 2,200 bucks. And I started the way that most people do start their trading, which is with technical trading. So looking at charts, looking at patterns, trying to decide that. If I pull up my dashboard, you'll still see that I keep some of the technical indicators on there. So I've got your CCI, volume, MACD, RSI. Like I do have some technicals on here, but I don't use those to make plays. The reason is when I was in January, I was making consistent losses. My trades consistently were losers. And the plays that were winning were off of fundamental analysis almost entirely. So when I doubled down and I made that decision not to make trades off of technical, so no volume increases, candlestick patterns, price movements, any of that. Instead, I make the plays off fundamental. I started to see really exponential growth over the year. So for me, I'm not saying that technicals don't work for everybody. These are rules for myself. And that's kind of what we're big on here is I'm not giving anybody financial advice. I want you guys to do what's working for you. If you're making money on technicals, kudos, like bang on, awesome for you. I personally lose when I use technicals. And I'm one of those guys that after many, many years in business, I broke that bad habit that a lot of people have of when you're not good at something, people try to get better at it, right? Let's level the playing field. I really suck at making coffee, but I'm awesome at making a glass of whiskey. And so people take all this time and they dedicate it to learning how to make a better cup of coffee. I don't. I just drink whiskey. And that's kind of what I do with my trading as well. Is I don't trade technicals. I just trade fundamentals because I make a crap ton of money on it. 2,700% last year. Happy birthday, by the way, Ando. I know it was my daughter's birthday, but it's yours as well. So happy birthday, buddy. Big ups. Happy birthday. So yeah, I don't trade fundamentals. I'm not. That's not judgment on anybody. Um, yeah, I made 2,700% last year. From 2,200 to 50K. Trading fundamentals equity. Um, that's a lot of percent. So yeah, trade reality is another one. Don't trade plays that I think are there. Trade actually what I'm seeing. Nope, not on options. Options was separate. Options I started with 500 and finished with 3,000. So that was a 600% gain, but that was it. Um, you stick to your 2 month goal. So I am doing this. I'm doing a very good job of this. You can't go broke taking profit. That's true. I've been very good about taking profits when I can. Don't bet against major analysts. We learned this when I took a bet against JPM and lost. Stop listening to professionals. This was news that I got. This was a concept that I got out of one of the books that I read. That smart money isn't as smart as it thinks it is. This is a Peter Lynch quote. Smart money is not as smart as it thinks it is. Dumb money is only as dumb as it is. Dumb money is only as dumb as people think it is when it starts to listen to smart money. So that's one that I've got there. Rise early, work hard, take profit. I start these days closer to 5:30 every day in the morning before the market opens, and I get ready to go. I do my own DD. I prep my day. Crazy Carl HD, thanks for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the channel, what it is you trade. But yeah, I do wake up. I work hard. When I can take profits, I do. Consider spin-off. That's one from a book. So whenever a major company has a spin-off, that's there. Equity, equity, equity. This is just another one to make sure that I don't get greedy and try to go to options. Clear it from the board when you take a win. So clear it from the board when you take a win. The reason why I cleared from the board. Oh, from Saki. Sweet. Nice, man. This is the same millennial. Yeah. I stream every day, 9 a.m. till 11. It is the same one. So guys, the reason, Micro 101, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Don't average should be a rule. It is not a rule. Actually, it's not a rule. And looking at this week's performance, it's definitely not going to become a rule because averaging down on Mara was the right play. Was able to average down on Mara to 1762, and now I'm in the green on a play that I was in the red on. So for now, these rules are all created, guys, based off of my experience, as opposed to what you should do. So for me, clear from the board when you take a win, guys. Psychologically, it really is about. I find that when you keep something up on the board, let's say something's running, okay, and let's say it's GameStop, for example, okay, it's GameStop, and GameStop's running like a beast, all right. So you're there, you're in GameStop. Let's say you got in on GameStop at, let's be realistic, sometime this week, okay. Let's look at 5 days. So you get in Monday at $39 and you're like, okay, I got this. I'm going to hold this all week and we're going to go at it. And you're in GameStop and you're like, okay, it's doing all right. It's kind of going up. It's kind of doing whatever. And then it runs up to $55 and you're like, okay, I'm out. I'm taking my profits. I'm gone. This is ridiculous. I don't think it's going to go past this, right? I honestly don't think that's going to happen, right? And so you sell. Now, if I kept this up on the board, I would see this continuing to run and go, oh man, I missed all those profits. Not out loud, but this would be going on in my head, right? I'm like, oh man, I lost profits. I've got paper hands. I could have held for more. There was more juice in that. I could have gone a little further. And what happens is next time, instead of trusting my gut and getting out when I think I should, I hold just a little bit longer. Okay. And when I do that, when I hold just that little bit longer, historically, I often hold too damn long and it falls. So for me, it's about take profits, clear it from the board. And once it's cleared from the board, it's out of my mind, right? Out of sight, out of mind. I don't get all, oh, but I could have made so much more money on it. I could have made, I let that go. I move on to the next play. Martini was really good about driving into my head. There's always another play. There's always another trade. Just because you could have made more in one trade doesn't mean you're not going to make more money elsewhere, right? So, yeah. Where are we at right now? We are at... Oh, got to change back this watch list. Owned. No, don't save it. The 2-month plan is, because the chat has that target for me to go from 50K to 500K, the 2-month plan is this one here, where I've set a goal to go from 50,000 to 100,000 from January to February. Then from February to January, February. From February to, this should be February, March, April. I'm off by one on this. This should be April 1st. Then April, May, June. This should be June 1st. This should be June, July, August 1st. October 1st. Okay. So the plan here is every 2 months to go from 50 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 400. That's kind of how I'm tracking planning this year out. Okay. How much am I up right now? Last week we were up significantly more. I had about 85 grand in the portfolio last week. This week did not treat me as kindly. Currently holding about 70,000. Now I'm not going to poo-poo that. I have made 20 grand in the first 3 weeks, so that's not terrible. But I did give up some gains for sure. You did say it correctly, Snow. There are some points that Martini really tries to beat in my head, and I just don't adopt. They just don't sit with me. And it's not that Martini's wrong or I'm right. We just have a difference of opinion on it. Now, Martini is an exceptional trader on long-term holds, and I probably should listen more. But some of it is also just me. Take a look at C. Yeah, Aragorn, thanks so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream and what it is you trade. Okay, C. What are we looking at here? Seeking Alpha. C. Citigroup. So, are you playing this on options or equity? Jacob, what's up? What's up? What's up? Ghost Dick, thanks for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. Yeah, options or equity? What are you trading this on? Equity. Okay. They have earnings coming up, I assume. No, 4:15 pre-market, not till April. They just did their earnings. All right. 30. How old am I? I'm turning 36. I was 30. Whatever. Last January. 35 right now. Whatever it was last January. 34, I guess. Um, City credit card delinquency charge-off rates improve. Q4 earnings helped by reserve release. Revenue disappoints. Nah, thanks so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the channel, what it is you trade. Let's see what they have to say. For me, guys, if you go back to their last earnings, the questions are often where a lot of the value is. Because they've got their own fluff, right? Awesome, Carl. Love it, love it, love it. Later, try and catch you Monday. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's awesome to get started young like that for sure. Okay, first question. Expansion into Latin America. There's been a decline in digital customers, digital banking. Mexico's seen tremendous growth, but not in the US. E-statements usage and payment. I think PayPal is going to hurt them more and more on that. Oh, cool. Reading aloud. See, that's interesting. Don't get a ton of folks. Actually, that's not true. Last week we had somebody come here from Read Aloud, so that's kind of cool. Just announced the wealth management business, if you will, bringing together wealth from the consumer and in the private bank. There are a couple of areas I'd look to invest in the context of 2 to 3%, but again, it's been a lot of transformation. So there's not a lot of great answers. They are tiptoeing a plenty around this. They're not seeing growth in a lot of areas that these analysts want people to be seeing growth in, and they don't seem to have a lot of great answers. Share buybacks is here, so that's not bad. They are talking about share buybacks, which is usually good for the stock. I'm I personally, again, guys, no financial advice on the stream. It's always opinion. We're here to just kind of, you guys get to see how I think what my thought process is, and you can make your own strategies and your own trades off of your own decision making, not mine. For me personally, I don't like financials at the moment until I start to see more out of Yellen and Powell as to how things are going to go over the next 6 to 8 months. There's a lot of spending that's about to come out of the government. I want to know where that spending is going, whether it's going to go into the banks and the banks can facilitate loans, or whether they're going to give out direct payments to struggling businesses instead of facilitating it through the banking system. That would have to be in play before I start to seriously look at Citibank or any other stock in the financial sector like that. Okay, let's go back to this weekly recap. So we did that. We did that. In the week ahead, yeah. So Yolt, for me, that would be a technical read, and that's just not what I do. So, as a fundamental trader, where it is off of the 180 SMA don't mean a bit. Can you talk a bit about how you control your risk? I do have a 10% exit rule that I break at a whim, apparently, but I typically have a 10% exit rule, and I have used that a few times this year already. Where if I'm down 10%, I'm out. Um, that's there to kind of protect me from being a complete idiot. But pretty much everything I trade has a high level of risk. What's up, persons? What's up? Okay, so every week, guys, Seeking Alpha puts one of these out, which is a catalyst watch. This has been a really, really useful tool. You're retired. Oh, say it ain't so. Best way to start analyzing fundamentals for a beginner. Um, the two Peter Lynch books that are on that reading list would be a really great place to start. Rule number 3: always double down unless it's GME. Yeah, I don't know about that. So Monday options trading is showing. Yeah, that doesn't really matter to me. All week futures expiration during the week include contracts on Bitcoin, CME, gold, palladium, platinum, silver, and natural gas. So we could see some big moves in Bitcoin right now or the weekend. Bitcoin is, I mean, 32.2, not crazy, but still pretty good. Yeah, SPACs are definitely treating a lot of folks very well. I did take another win on IPOF. Pretty pumped about that. I think that there's a chance actually that IPOF might be Virgin Orbit. Chamath has worked with Virgin in the past. IPOA actually became Space, SPCE. So yeah, lavo.com.au. Power your life with Lavo. Hybrid hydrogen battery that combines with rooftop solar to deliver sustainable, reliable. Interesting. Interesting. You know, this is the one that I like. Single point solar. um no, a SPAC is a company that is essentially just a shell that is looking to acquire a private company. So, a special purpose acquisition company. What they do is essentially they go out there, they create a ticker, they file with the purpose of acquiring a company in a specific sector, and they sell off units of this company Usually at around $10 a pop. Some of them go a little bit higher, but it's usually about $10 a pop. There's lots of people talking about Clubhouse. People in social media and digital marketing get bored, guys. They always need something new. So when something new drops, they all flood to it. A lot of my ex or past associates are all about that right now. For me, BTNB for Tuesday. That's cool. So BTNB is the second one. I'm not going to go any deeper into Richard Lee, Peter Thiel until I see BTWN get an announcement. Now, with that being said, I don't think that these are guys that typically like to have too many things going on at once. So there's a high likelihood, I think, with BTNB coming to market that they have an announcement on BTWN dropping soon. I think Mara will do well this week. Good for you, man, being up 5 a.m. on the weekend reading. I do have, yeah, I am in MRS for the 28th. I think that that's going to be a big one. I will probably look to take some gains or margin and put that into there for the 28th for sure. But like I said, guys, you can go to Seeking Alpha. This is called their Catalyst Watch. It does a decent breakdown of the week. So I'm just going to look through this real quick and see if there's anything that I see here. Passage Bio holds the first in a series of virtual research and development events. That's kind of a nothing for me. Lee Audio lockup. Ooh, Lee Auto lockup shares expire. Okay, so this is when people that were in the IPO of LI can sell off all their shares. So this might be a dip opportunity on LI. So that's something I want to have down. When was that? That was Monday? Tuesday. Evan 77341. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the channel and what it is that you can, or what it is you trade. I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Question is: Facebook evaluation today worth less than a Facebook evaluation back then? Yes. Valuations are jokes at this point. Don't forget got that. Hoping Mara does well. Just hoping Bitcoin does well. Guys, remember, Mara has all kinds of miners going into April, with the bulk of them being front loaded January, February, March. So Mara is just a really strong play. Hey, got a question about ETFs. How much does volume matter when buying ETFs? I'm looking at EU's VU alternatives, but their volume is 2 to 14,000 average. Volume is one of the reasons why I don't really trade the Canadian market. If there isn't enough there, it's hard to get filled. I don't trade ETFs, Trados, so typically, I stay out of ETFs. I dig through them and cut out the dog shit. The way that people build an ETF is they go, okay, well, let's take a look at a sector. Great, we got a sector overview. TAN, for example. Okay, so TAN is working inside solar green energy. And what they do is they go, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of these really great stocks and we'll put those in there. And then we're going to take a handful of these dog shit stocks and we're going to throw those in there. And then we'll take a few of these kind of okay stocks and put them in there and bam. Bob's your uncle, we got an ETF. What I like to do is go into the ETF, rip it apart, and find the good stocks and just take those instead of like, oh, I'm gonna take a little dog shit with like good stock. Don't feel bad. I love the questions. Keep them coming. I do need to go get some water, so I'll be right back. But yeah, let's do this 10 things at once, right? That's how we do this. Okay, I just need a bigger brain. That's what I need. So Monday, nothing. Tuesday, LI lockup comes to. I'll just leave it as LI lockup. Okay, I'll be back with this. Footy, how you doing, man? What's up? What's up? What up? How is solar the number one industry group? Because green energy. But that takes a lot of time. No, isn't investing in ETF so good for normal people? Yes. Yes, exactly. It is fine. But if I'm here all day anyway, reading and trading and learning, then I might as well, right? If you're somebody who's got a full time job and a family and you don't have time to be doing that, no problem. Am I still looking at LAC? Yes, potentially, but right now I'm not looking to exit any of the positions that I'm currently in. I really think that we're overdue on DGLY, and that it's going to be a very prominent play in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So, yeah, ETFs be boring. Some of them have been exciting. Tan has been fairly exciting. Kathy Woods is going to be exciting. Did you buy ACRX? I got out and then I bought back in and then I got out again on a profit and I haven't been back since. So, is that conversation about ETFs about avoiding zombie companies in a sense? Not necessarily zombie companies, but just dog shit, right? Dog shit for the sake of an ETF has a certain amount of money, and after they've acquired the good stocks, they go, okay, well, now what can we afford kind of in that middle range? Okay. And then eventually at the end of it, they've got this money left in the ETF, and they don't just like to leave that money sitting, so they just buy something. And that's something, that dog shit at the end, it's like tacking that on. Like, imagine going out there and buying a brand new Ferrari, okay? Brand new Ferrari. And this thing is souped up. It looks so sexy. But it's just the body. Okay, okay, great. I spent all this money on the super sexy Ferrari body, but I don't have enough cash to really afford a Ferrari guts, like the Ferrari engine. So what I'm going to do instead is, um, um, sorry, so you've got the super sexy Ferrari, and then you don't have enough money for the Ferrari engine in the guts, so you go kind of middle ground and you put a semi decent engine in there and transmission in there, and then you're like, oh crap, I got to put tires on this thing, right? And you go out and you're like, I can't even buy new tires. I got to go get some used tires. And now you're driving around what looks like a Ferrari, but in actuality has a like a Ford Mustang engine, and it has like piece of crap bald tires that you could afford with what's left. That's kind of it. Gundam 995, thanks for the follow, man. Let me know what you trade and how you found the channel. Um. Okay. So yeah, that's my understanding. That's my take on ETFs. Is the Ferrari thing. Okay, so we had the LI lockup. What else we got? We've got Kohl's, Hilton, and CCL are all taking part in Bloomberg the year ahead. This will be interesting for CCL. Um, very nice. No, I'm reading Discord at the same time. Um, yeah, so they've got a meeting with Bloomberg on Tuesday, so we might see some price movement on that. Um, yeah, General Electric, I don't know about that one. That's pre-market Tuesday. Plug. Ooh, there's a play. If regular folks buy it, is it important? No, because regular folks aren't looking to get in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out, right? Um, could I talk about Apple a bit? With the Apple earnings, guys, their Q4 is going to be gangbusters. It's a Q4 for Apple. I think it's going to go well. Martini will probably cover that. Martini will probably be covering Apple. I probably won't. People are dying to travel. That's true. That's why that CCL Hilton talk with Bloomberg, I think, is going to be big. That's a big deal. I think. AMD post market, they should do well through Q4 as well as Bitcoin. January, Vasta and Vital Farms lockups are done. Delta on Wednesday. Yeah, Martini will probably do the Apple earnings, and I'll probably just give her crap on it. To be honest, guys, like we usually do, depending on when it comes out and what other responsibilities I have that day. FOMC is on Wednesday, so that's important. Um, Hopefully, Yellen will clarify her position. Hopefully, Yellen will clarify her position once and for all on Bitcoin, and we see that go up. Really tight candle on Bitcoin today. Bingo is all time high. Yeah, so Apple 430. I probably won't be around for the Apple earning. Oh man, she's got Apple and Tesla on the same day. Would be app would AMD be a good buy? So AMD, the FA on AMD guys is a lot of Bitcoin mining is good for AMD. You've got gaming at the wazoo right now. That's great for it. I don't trade Bitcoin options, guys. I trade Mara equity, which is essentially the same thing. Okay, Thursday we've got McDonald's. They should do well. Precious metals. This could be big for SRAX. Thoughts on Merit versus Riot? I prefer Merit just because of the amount of new miners that they picked up, as well as a second facility. They by April will have the 7% of the total hash rate in Bitcoin. Are they projected to? Who knows what everybody else is buying and it's constantly fluctuating. But as of today, if they had all of their miners up and running, they would have 7% of the total hash rate on Bitcoin, which is huge. I mean this could be a quick 30% SRX. By April, you'll be at 5%. Um, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Lockups on Big C and GNTX. Free market Moog is in the earnings and petroleum supply. So not a ton on the catalyst watch list, guys. FDA calendar is the next thing that we're going to go take a look at. Biofarm. For those of you that don't trade Biofarm, this is an extremely useful tool that you can use to understand when the FDA is expected to make something happen. What's your top gold stock? Mara. The lockup period is the time that an IPO shareholder uh, can hold their stock. How do you take information from Seeking Alpha, transfer that into an actual position, or do you see potential in a stock and just buy at whatever price the ticker's at right now? Okay, so let's take, for example, what was something that we took here? Okay, FOMC, right? Mara isn't gold. It's the gold alternative. Bitcoin's the new gold. LI lockup, for example. So right now, I know that China stocks are huge. Okay, EV is huge. Oh, he's being funny. Martini got it. Yeah. So the LI lockup, it's an EV company. It's a China company. It's had a crazy run lately. Um, with its lockup coming to an end, there may be some profit takers that are going to try to get out of the way of this thing. It hasn't exactly been soaring of late. Let's always go to 6 months. Don't ever just look there. Yeah, but it's not really soaring up around these 45s, right? I would say Bitcoin is the opposite of gold. Martini and I were taking a look at the relationship between the SPY and Bitcoin, and there is a correlation between the two. Um, I would say it's very similar these days. It's becoming more and more of a hedge against the market, which in turn makes it bear a lot of resemblance to gold. Um, Li. So with the lockup coming, and with this not exactly soaring at the moment, there is a chance that this would come down, right? And if we see this come down, there's some profit taking, and it comes down to 30. I, for me personally, I think that there's opportunity for this to bounce back up. Um, and so basically, what I'm going to do with that news is I know Tuesday as I go into the market. Um, what what's going to happen Tuesday is I'm expecting to see a day where we see a drop. And first things first, the lockup's going to expire and we're going to see things drop due to that. And then people that are in it and are afraid that they're going to be bag holders, they're going to get out too. And I'm essentially going to be waiting and watching to see if that drop is enough. Does it come back down to this 25 level? Right? Does it fall that far? And if it does, I want back in because I think it's going to go back up to 35. That's kind of the game. That's how I take news from Seeking Alpha and make decisions on plays. So it's a little bit of insight and strategy around. So with CCL, HLT, I think CCL has a lot of opportunity to go. given that we've got so much travel. But right now on the meeting, I think that they can't do a lot as far as their dry docks and the fact that they're not sailing, right? So this is just 6 months, but let's go back 5 years on this thing. CCL was up here at 50. It's still at 20 right now. Sorry, inverse correlation. Um, so with CCL, they're going to do this meeting with Bloomberg, right? And they're doing it with Hilton, so it's the travel tourism thing. And they're going to say, okay, well, we have hope now, but we're not actually going to be sailing ships until April, and there's a lot of costs in relation to our dry docks and getting ships back on the water. Um, we're not sure that there's going to be an immediate recovery in the travel industry. We're not quite sure what that's looking like. So again, that meeting on Tuesday, if it results in a dip from the 20 mark down towards 15, I may look to take a large position in this because this is the potential that I see for CCL coming back into the rest of the year. So if I could put, 5, 10 grand, lock it, leave it until Q3 on this, right? Just after the summer, I think we're going to see a decent recovery on travel, in my personal opinion. Yeah, it would be a longer term position, it'd be Q3, Q4. It's not going to be one of my fast flips, I don't think, unless there's a massive stimulus that's announced for travel and tourism, in which case it could run much sooner. But this is I think this is a reasonable level for CCL to be at, is in this 40 to 50 range. And right now it's at 20. Is there a reason why? I do. I do. I often will open up that sheet and take a look. Earnings Whispers is one of the sites that I use fairly regularly. Um, See, it's up here already. I already have it open. Um, Later, Smash. No, yeah, you totally could. So, what a short-term FA trade would look like would be what we're actually about to get into, okay? So here's the biopharm calendar, right? Biopharmaceuticals guys typically work in medication. I don't really play the pharmaceutical side or the biopharm side as far as devices. I play it on medications and medication approvals. But if you go to the site, you can go to the FDA calendar. Do 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 do. Come on, load. Okay, you can go to the FDA calendar, sort by stage, and then go through this to see if there's anything over the next week. So anything before January 29th is relevant here. So just going to go down this real quick and see if there's anything January 29th. No, no, no. January 28th. Amgen. So this is a potential option swing play. Yeah, this is the new schedule. I will be live every Saturday doing this recap and the plan for the week. By the way, guys, if you're looking for a podcast listen, that's kind of your bag. Martini, myself, Exiled and Redemption, we do a podcast called Slap That Ask. The latest episode was us breaking down where we see the market going over the next year. That may be a value for you. You can check out the latest episode on YouTube over there. I like it. Other people like it. It's a lot of fun. It's not one of those super polished. It's more like that Joe Rogan kind of vibe, where it's just a bunch of people sitting in their offices doing kind of whatever they want, talking about something that they like to talk about. But I like it. The feedback we've had on it has been really good to date. So if you guys want to check that out, that's there. There's a whole bunch of episodes. I think we've done 5 now. So there's lots of fun listening on that. Okay. So those are PDUFAs. I don't really see anything outside of Amgen. April 29th, September, NDA, 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 January 28th. Phase 3 top line data. J&J has their COVID vaccine, so J&J could be a play. Yeah, Martini's right. Those are not realistic returns at all. So Amgen would be a potential options play. J&J would be a potential options play. Um, BMY has a potential options play. BIR has an options play. Don't switch your style just to try to get somebody else's games. That's never going to work. If you beat the spy every year, you are phenomenal. You are Gucci. So, let's take a look at how the spy performed last year. I'm a big fan, and there's not a lot of folks out there that seem to agree with me on this, but I'm a big fan of you need to create your own trading style. You are never going to trade like someone else. If you put let's take that slap that ass podcast, right? You put Exiled, Martini, myself, and Redemption together. All four of us are very successful traders. We do a very good job with trading. Now, granted, I'm the pup in the group, and I've only been at it for a year, little over a year. Um, but irregardless, all of us are fairly successful traders. At that, not one of us trades exactly like the other person. Not one of us has an identical trading style. Martini trades very differently than myself, who trades very differently from Exiles, who trades very differently from Redemption. Redemption is very much a technical trader. He likes to watch flow. He likes to watch dark pools. He likes to make plays off of insider purchases. He's a very much a technical side trader. Martini kicks the shit out of long-term holds on stuff. She sees something and she looks at it 5, 10, 15 years down the road and knows that's going to be something, right? Can we do a strat based on Citron? We probably could. We could inverse Citron because we know that they're going to be a target from now on, right? So Citron says they're about to come out with a report on somebody. I imagine you might be able to take a look at that and buy the inverse of their position, at least on the day. I imagine that's something that we could probably take a look at. Um, just because they've got a bullseye now, right? And that's going to be a thing. Um, yeah, you definitely just need to make that who trades based on new momentum. Martini is a Momo trader, long-term Momo trader. Uh, I don't know that I've actually given my style a name yet, other than dog shit trading. But there's got to be a sexier name for it than that, right? I trade based off of news momentum, I guess. I am a qualitative, a qualitative fundamental analyst, but that doesn't really. I mean, I almost want to call myself a psych trader, a macro psychology trader. What did I do in March when COVID hit? I bought a lot of positions. So in February, we were those of us that were a part of kind of the community started to look at things, and I saw, along with a large group of people, that shit was about to go south real quick. And so I liquidated my position and then had a bunch of stuff. Uh, yeah, definitely. But the thing is, you have to trade the way that's working for you. If you saw 24% gains doing what you're doing on options, don't screw with a good thing, man. You got a good thing going. Yeah, that's fantastic. If the SPY did 12 and you doubled the SPY in your first year, hell yeah. You did a fantastic thing. Oh, investor, not analyst. She doesn't want me to say analyst. I'm a qualitative fundamental investor. Um, yeah, so that's the other thing is like you have to take into account, am I going to do 2,700% every year? I wish. I freaking doubt it though. I mean, this year, for example, I set the bar much lower, right? I set the bar this year to be 500K. So that's only 1,000% gains this year. I've taken it down by a third, right? Next year after that, if I actually can make it to 500K this year, I'll probably look to take 500K to a million, which is only 100%, right? Um, OG Smoke, thanks so much for the follow, man. Let me know what you trade and how you found the channel. It is the year of the bull. There's a lot of opportunity this year, but we'll see. I do technical swinging and start with that in my account and end it with about. Yeah, no, that's great. That's fantastic, man. Because the thing is, if you can consistently get those returns, that's great. Uh, dog shit du jour. That's my style of trading. Don't hate, don't hate Martini. Doesn't look good on you. Um, what is your opinion on high frequency trading? Damned if I know, man. I There are people that make money on it. There's people that make money on high frequency trading. It just ain't me. It's not my bag. It's not my bag. I see guys like Warrior Trading that go in there and they lose 60 grand in a day off of high frequency trading, and I shit a brick. And then he makes 100K in a day, and I shit a brick. You figure out that it is not how you trade, but consistency. Yeah, that's probably true. You want to make 50K to 500K. That's the target the stream gave me. I gave the stream a bunch of different options, okay? I said 50K to 250, 50K to 500, no, 50K to 100, 50K to 250, 50K to 500,000, and 50K to a million. And they decided 500K was the target. So that's the target. Day trading, seeing what's going on in the market. Very cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, Interesting, man. I love that you've got a set of rules. You got a target. That's fantastic. How many trades are you placing in a day? Lately a lot more than I would like, which is probably something that I'm going to try to cut out a little bit more. I'm really going to try to just dial in on the positions that I've got large holdings in. Uh, ADMS. Yeah, no, that's one of the things I had to learn as well as I was growing is not to have everything in a single position. Martini taught me I should stay away from putting more than 40% in a single position. So you can see that I'm being a very good boy, and I've only got 30% in any one position. This is an epinephrine play. There's a huge shortage on epinephrine right now, so this would be it's a good thing to be in. They provided their preliminary Q4s, 20.8 million Q4. Okay, so if they're projecting 20 million Q4. Let's go quarterly. If they did this, 15, 19, 20, 20. Annual, they were supposed to do 74. 15, 19, 20, 20. We'll call that 14 and 320s. That's 60. That's 74. They're going to come very close to estimate, and then they're projecting a gangbusters year next year. I did not make a play in ABML. The first or the second? Yeah. I like it, man. I do. I like the play. ADMS? Yeah, that's a good price too. SRAX, ADMS, CCL. Trill Surge, thanks for the sub, man. Yeah, yeah. How'd you find the stream? What do you trade? I should have got an ABML. It ran like a beast. Yeah, diversity is your friend because if you're all in one play and it blows up, you've blown up your whole account. Yeah, Martini, I don't hear you in the room. That's not me ignoring you. That's I just can't hear you. More like personal question. Have you seen news about things happening today in Russia? Yeah, that's scary. That's scary stuff.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Stream, can you guys hear Martini? Because she's gonna give me some words of wisdom.
I mean, this is what happens when you buy dog shit.
Yeah, they can hear you. You found me from Martini. Awesome. Love to hear it. She's a tad quiet. That'd be a first. Why don't you buy options for the same position size instead of having 30% per position? I don't buy options. I've seen more news about Larry King than Russia. Yeah, because it doesn't directly affect us, right? Larry King was an icon in the U.S., whereas Russia is just Russia. Oh, there's instability in Russia, and Putin's killing off the competition again. Shocker. Um, oh no, Trill! Don't tell Martini you did that. Yeah, don't tell her you did that. She will not approve. If I go from 50K to anything above 250K this year, I will quit my job and start
What did you
trading
do?
full time.
What did you do?
Somebody in chat said that they came to my stream from your stream and that they may have taken a position in karaoke.
Abso-fucking off. You're gonna fuck yourself with that shit. Seriously.
And she is right. You are gonna F yourself with that. Despite it having been
That's not what I'm talking about. And you know it.
I agree. I'm with Martini, guys. I tell you guys all the time. Nobody
That's
should be
not what
trading
I'm
what I
saying,
trade.
chat. Oh my god.
Nobody should trade what Millennial trades. Don't look at it, don't touch it, don't smell it. You'd have to be batshit insane to trade anything that Millennial trades, okay? Don't do it.
Do I do you want me to go through why?
Yeah,
Why you're
you
gonna
do why. I'm going to get some water because my throat is about to die. I'm answering a lot of questions. Tell them why, Martini.
Not, oh my God. Fine. As a group, people have effects on stocks. And if all of you motherfuckers go and follow him, which even though we tell you guys you need to develop your own trading strategy, you need to learn how to fish here, not to buy the things that he's buying, you're going to do it anyways because I'm not a fucking idiot. And the volume of that shit is way too low. So one of you is going to get fucked, the last one to get out. So there's inevitably one person that's going to get fucked. And two, it basically it's like sticking your dick in a bear trap because the authorities don't like it when everyone piles into a trade. They don't like it. I bet you 110% that they're looking at what happened on Friday to GME, and somebody's gonna fucking get either at least a civil penalty or a criminal penalty.
No,
So,
no kink shame though. If you dig your dick in a bear trap, that's on you. Um,
oh my God.
right. I give you guys all these classy metaphors of like a Ferrari with a Ford engine and some bald tires. Martini's like, it's like a dick in a bear trap. Is there a way to look at this journal or no? To answer that question, yes, if you are a sub. At the end of this month, I will be making the trading journal available to anybody who is a sub. Uh, nice. Yeah,
Oh
you'll.
my God, you paywalled yourself.
No,
You
I just want to give.
dirty,
No, it's not a
dirty.
paywall. It's not a paywall.
Oh my. Oh,
I want guys.
he
I make.
sold out.
You see me do this. You guys see me do this all the time. I'm here doing the weekly recap with you guys. The VODs are all there and they're available for you all day long. I'm keeping my notes. But if you guys just want to be able to get in and play around and search through what Millennials thinking, all the plays, whatever, that's there for subs. I just wanted to be able to give subs something. And I don't have anything. I give everything away for free. So I figured at the very least I could let the people who are subs, who just sub for the sake of subbing, access to this as a searchable. It wasn't about making a paywall. It was about a thank you and the fact that like slap that ask. We give that away for free. Martini's Discord, that's given away for free, right? Like there's not really micro. You want to do the same trades that I do. Don't do that. Let's see what else we got. Somebody asked something about spreadsheets. Martini, please tell me why I shouldn't YOLO 100% of my count on DGOY. Do you have those spreadsheet templates available to calculate win rate journal your trades? Yeah, those are actually, if you go into Martini's Discord, I believe that win rate is in the Discord. Check Discord. Can you explain a reverse split and a spin-off? I can explain a spin-off. I will
Can we?
probably screw up
Can you
reverse split.
explain? Can you explain that none of us are gonna look good in prison garb? Can you explain?
Well, speak for yourself. I look badass in orange.
I know you look like you came from prison when you wake up in the morning, and I don't know what the fuck that thing is on your head, but I don't.
These are called headphones, Martini. I would have thought you knew what those were, but
No, you've got some like thing on your head. What is that?
this it's a bandana. Let's keep the hair out of my face. My hair's getting friggin' long. Trifecta. I am
Have
not.
you tried? Have you tried a haircut?
Okay. So guys, the story with the hair is this: I have used the same barber for the last 8 years. Okay, my barber went and got herself pregnant. I told her, don't worry, I will not replace you when you're gone. I'm not going to come get my hair cut by somebody else. So she cut my hair just before she left. Um, and I will go back when she's back after her maternity leave. So she left at like month 7 of her pregnancy. So that's going to be like 10 years from now. No, months, 10 months. Um, math. This is why I don't trade technicals. My math is not solid. Yeah, so 10 months from now, my barber will be back, and that's when we'll get a haircut. But until then, tis what it is. Y'all saw me Friday. It was Rico freaking Suave. I can still style the shit out of it. It's just it's Saturday, and
Don't lean
I'm
back like you're trying to show this off. Don't do that. That's
look at
just
this. Look
gross.
at how beautiful that is.
Oh
Look at
my god.
that. Gorgeous, and the beard is getting real Amish. I'm really digging the beard. Um, how long term are we talking with Martini? So Martini likes to buy something, and then the day before she dies, she'll sell it.
You know what? I can we go back to where you said Rita is awesome? Can we
Rita
go back
is
to
awesome. She is awesome.
can we
Uh,
can we go back
on
to
this
that?
planet, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I don't actually like GDRX. That's Rita's dog shit play. I like SHG just because SHG has already made me 30% twice. GDRX, how's GDRX doing for you, Martini?
Yeah, and everyone made fun of me for fucking 4 years at Tesla. And
So
look what happened to that. They're
here's
fucking
the difference in
out
styles,
there.
guys. This is the difference in styles. GDRX,
I took it up the ass for fucking 4 years and I'm over it.
yep.
Okay?
GDRX gifted 5 subs. RC back. Thank you so much. GDRX 5 to 10 years from now is going to be gangbusters. That shit is going to be flying. And I know Martini's right about that, which is why I went looking for my own play in that style. There's a reason why I didn't take GDRX because since Martini entered GDRX, it hasn't done anything. And it wasn't supposed to. But I thought that there was probably a similar play out there that I could get into that would move faster, which is what SHG was for me. So I got in at 60, it went to 90. I got back in at 95, it went to 130. And I'm back in again. So you have to trade your own style. So what we're looking at here, guys, is a Def 14. Interesting. Hey Martini, how do you feel about a reverse split? Good or bad,
On what?
typically for a stock that has way too many fucking shares.
It's a signaling behavior that usually brings the stock down. It's the opposite for even though effectively it doesn't do anything. These dumbass sheep out there think it's a bad signaling behavior, so it'll go down. Same thing that we saw with Apple and Tesla. The stock split and then it took off.
The stock did a reverse split, right? So a reverse split, guys, is just taking the obscene amount of shares that are there and making fewer shares available. Is that right? Is that accurate?
I mean, you forgot that it's really it's a different price, but effectively the value of the company is the same.
Yeah.
Explain it in pizza, millennial.
Oh, fucking pizza. Okay, so this isn't the one where we're creating more slices. This is the one where we're creating less, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Martini, trifecta, Stoby, and myself all buy a pizza, and we decide we're gonna split this bitch 4 ways. Okay. So this is it. There are currently 4 pieces of pizza that are 4 divisions of the pizza that are readily available. Okay. Redemption decides he's a cheap ass and doesn't have any money, and Stoby doesn't like pizza
Hey,
anymore.
hey, hey! I choose
And
to be cheap of you.
there he is,
Get the
and
fuck
he's
out of
like,
here.
you know what? Fuck this. We're out. We're out of this pizza deal. It's like, oh, okay, but we're gonna reverse split the pizza. And what we do instead is we go, okay, well, Martini and I are going to. No, this is not right. I'm not doing this right because I've removed people that
No,
hold.
you fucked this shit up. You
Yeah,
fuck.
fuck this up.
How many things did you fuck up?
At least one more. This is not accurate. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, basically, what the reverse split is doing is it's saying Millennial bought himself a pizza, and there are 4 slices in that pizza. Okay, Millennial's going, I don't see 4 fucking slices. There's not 4 slices here because I'm going to decide how many slices to cut this pizza into, and I'm going to make these 4 slices into
Why are you doing educational content?
2 slices. Reverse split. Same damn amount of pizza. It's just
No,
less slices.
no, no. Don't mess with the magic, millennial. Just ooga booga buy stocks. That's all you need.
No, but we were talking about that because karaoke has filed a Def 14C that they are doing a 75-1 reverse split.
Ooh, oh, I would. Bleh, yeah, I would want. In most cases, I would want out of a stock that is reverse splitting.
In this instance, I am not going to exit on the basis that I actually think this is good for this stock. Uh, but there we are.
Can we go
Did
back to
I
the long term thing? Can I defend myself on a real basis
on what?
on the long term thing?
Oh yeah, just 2 seconds. Eyes, I did not finish the 3 weeks before earnings spreadsheet because that's a shit ton of data entry work and I don't feel like doing it. Okay, go Martini.
Okay, so if you look at investors, like actual investors' performance, if you take brokerage data and you take even exceptional individuals and you put them all in a pile and you look at what makes people successful over time, and it is their holding period. It is the one thing that, on a empirical basis, blows out what happens with investors is their holding period. And typically, you guys are young, you know what people are using. Go read One Up on Wall Street by um fuck, I forgot his name. You just read it, millennial.
Which one?
Millennial.
Peter
You just,
Lynch.
thank you. There's a lot of data out there to say holding period is a big deal, and none of you really have the time that millennial has to put into this. Most of you work for a living. You go and work 9 to 5, and honestly, it's gonna take as much as millennial does, which is from fucking 4 a.m. And he's researching it even when you're off playing video games. He's still researching it. So I find it I find it the best thing for everyone to do in this room is do a long-term hold. You know, the people that outperformed everyone is people who forgot that they even had brokerage accounts. Legit. So, on that basis, on a real basis, that's your best hope, statistically speaking. And yes, even though you think you're the special one, you are not. Most of the time, it will be really hard for people to have this performance over multiple years. And what are you going to do? Follow the TikToker or the millennial that has only maintained this kind of return for a year? Sorry, millennial, but that is the truth.
No, I don't know why you're apologizing. I offer that caveat all the time. All of chat is now offended that they are not special. Yoltz, there are 3 women, 3 in the entire world that are allowed to give me shit and speak to me like that. Okay? My mother, my wife, and Martini. That's it in the entire planet.
Rita, what's more reliable that I should go off of, total assets or total current assets?
For what?
When I'm looking at the first for some of their financials, because I've always taken the total assets rather than the current. But this one has a lot of intangibles and goodwill that I have to go through.
Total current assets. Well, if you look at current assets, you're looking for shit that an accountant hasn't just, licked his finger or put it in the wind and said, "Yeah, your brand's worth 40 million or something."
Mhm.
Like Trump saying, "Oh, I'm a billionaire," and then you probably, I would bet money that if you opened up his book, his personal books, that Goodwill put up a huge portion of his brand. So you know what I mean? Like
Okay, okay,
you want to. They're both good tools, but I would look at current.
gotcha.
Who's the author of Blue Ocean Strategy, Frey? I will add it to my list. I am coming to the end of things to read. I read the Motley Fool Guide to Investing today, guys. That was my book for the week. Very interesting stuff in there. They trade very much like Martini does. They find a company that looks good and they buy it and then they hold it forever. And if at any point they sell it because they just found another company that they think is better. And so they sell for a profit and then they move into the company that they think is better and they hold forever. And that's how they grow their portfolio.
And they actually 7 times the SPY, so it's really incredible their returns,
Yeah.
and they've maintained that since for about 2 decades now.
Yeah. Big respect, which is why I read their book. The only thing I didn't like in the book was the constant plug of their website, fool.com. I hate it.
Yeah,
If you
so
lost 20K last year and made 20K this year, do I have to pay capital gains tax on the 20K this year? Yes. I'm not a
please
financial expert, but yes.
please do the dish that you do on their writers.
Okay, so guys, fool.com is yeah, Dave's a great guy. Dave and Tom guys are the gardeners. They did a phenomenal job getting Motley Fool up and running. The writers currently on that website either are not traders, so they don't have any skin in the game. They're not analysts. They're just journalists, or they are traders or analysts, but they don't hold positions in the stocks that they are writing about, which is a huge difference from Dave and Tom, who back when they were writing their articles, didn't write articles about shit that they weren't in. They didn't waste the time.
Maybe shit. I kept trying to find if and I tried to apply for Motley Fool with the link they had on their website for Motley Fool Canada or something like that, but it was a dead address. So I don't know how they're actually hiring some of these writers, because some of these writers, they have the schooling to back it up. They went to school for finance or whatever, some broad spectrum thing. But here's the other problem with it. I can write. I went to Harvard Medical, Wharton School of Business, and all that sort of stuff. Right? Did I go there? Absolutely not. How is LinkedIn going to check? They can't. They won't. And that's some of the DD I did into some of the writers of these articles. They don't even take any of the positions. There's no verifiable way to tell if they've ever actually even gone to any of these schools that they claim to. And some of them even write like stuff like, oh, 10 celebrities that are on the hot or not list and stuff like that. Like these are the people that write the articles, not Tom and Dave. These are the other writers. They are just writers.
Okay, W. Chan Kim. I like it already. And Renee. She sounds cute. Renee. Okay, perfect. I'll take a look, Freyla. It's more on how business differentiate and interesting when looking at strategic thought for reviewing the manager's thought processes.
Also, I'm
Uh,
surprised you don't have since you have Mark Douglas on there. I'm surprised you don't have trading in the zone. That's like that's like a staple.
I mean, there's a couple of the of trading books that I've started listening to, guys, and it's clearly going to be a book about TA, and I just turned it off because it's not for me.
Anything that
Uh,
talks about patterns, I would say put down, because it's fun to learn how people draw things. But if I wanted to learn how to draw patterns, I'd go pick up an art book, and even then, I wouldn't pick up an art book. I'd pick up an anatomy book.
that's true, Carv. I'll give you that. You went to MIT because you've sat in on Harvard and MIT classes. You audited the classes. Good enough for me. I don't need to see a diploma. If you sat in and studied Harvard and MIT classes, but you never got your diploma, I'm good with that. By the way, Melania, I know I asked about Pfizer. My calls are screwed for February, but I did buy 15 shares from my dividend portfolio at 41. You think they'll grow in the next 4 to 5 years? Yes. In my opinion, I think Pfizer will grow over the next 4 to 5 years. It'll have nothing to do with COVID, though. It will have everything to do with them realizing that COVID wasn't the cash cow that they had hoped it was, and they will get back on track with their pipeline. But over the next 4 to 5 years, I think Pfizer is an exceptional biopharmaceutical company. They've got a really strong pipeline. I think they'll be fine. Gorilla Game would be good for Teeny. I'm not sure what that is. Hey there, hope you're well, mate. Wishing you the best for next week. Thank you, Bedroom Trader. Greatly appreciate you swinging through and wishing me the best. The best pattern studies are the old Japanese rice trading history books. I have heard that actually. I have heard about studying early 1900s Japanese commerce books is an exceptional way to go. Investing in the Irrational Mind by Copel. Investing in the Irrational Mind. That's me. Purple. Okay, guys, the other part of this 14C wasn't just that they're doing a reverse split. They are also doing a spin-off. What happens with a spin-off, the most famous spin-off out there is Google and Alphabet. It's when a company grows to the point where there's a branch inside of their business that is really a business unto itself. So they spin that off into its own company. Now, with this one, this is particularly good news. Because essentially what Sing is doing is they are taking everything that isn't the solar business and they are separating that. They're severing it out of the company to become 1606 Inc. So they are doing a reverse split, so there's not like a billion shares of this thing out there, and they are spinning off everything in the company that isn't solar. So this is becoming a pure solar energy play. Oh, Gorilla Game is a book. Okay. I was like, I don't know. Gorilla Game. Okay, I'll add it to the list. Palantir, I think Palantir is one that I like. PayPal Mafia long term, I like that. Yeah.
I took it up the ass for fucking 4 years and
That Purple Aki is just about the worst sound clip you ever could have made. She's gonna kick your ass when she hears that clip.
fuck
You're
you
dead.
guys.
You're a dead man.
What?
Play the clip. Play the clip in Discord.
I didn't hear what you said. What?
Play the clip in Discord that Aki made.
I already did. I looked at it.
He's a dead man, is what I was telling him. It's quite unfortunate.
You'll fucking ban him too.
I have nothing but the utmost respect for Martini as a trader and as a professional in her workspace. Guys, just so you know, being a female in the trading space, extremely hard. It's a difficult thing to do. Nigh impossible thing to do. So go with God, Purple Aki, and to
And
all
they
you
wonder
ladies.
why I act like this. Everyone wonders why I'm a prickly little piece of shit that if you fuck with me, I will chancletta you. And then they wonder. They wonder.
To all you ladies out there that put up with us degenerate male financial folk, thank you and thank you. The world is better for you. Please don't quit on us. We'll learn one day. Not any day soon, but we'll learn one day. But yeah, you ladies rock. Don't go running anywhere. We appreciate that you guys are around. Snow would like you to know that he is sorry on behalf of Purple Aki.
Rita, have you ever heard of this drink called Celsius? I'm not from the States, but it's mostly a US thing.
Is redemption? Does redemption has a
What?
I don't know, you're like ruining millennials moment.
Um, She sounds like she'll shove a bullish candle up me. Yeah, that's you're not wrong.
I might have sniffed something that I liked because something. It's a beverage company, but that's not Coke, Rita.
I'm sorry, Coke for life? What?
Yeah, I'm in there with Rita. I'm with
Their
Rita.
branding, I still haven't found anybody that does branding like Coke does. Jesus
Nike.
fuck.
Nike would be the only other one that comes
And
even fucking
I meant
close.
like in the beverage space.
Yeah, yeah, I'm there. You could go to the most buttfuck nowhere podunk little nothing in South America, okay? We're talking the town is known for having a goat and a shack, and there will be a Coke sign somewhere on that shack. It's obscene how far Coke reaches. There will be a McDonald's flag somewhere, and there Budweiser doesn't even come close. No, no. Globally, talking international. Internationally, the two brands that crush it internationally, that you go anywhere in the world and you will find advertising or signs or whatever, it's Coke and McDonald's. Those two companies. No
Well,
other.
you know why, right? By the way, pro tip, if anybody is in a podunk shack and you can't drink the water that's there because if not you will shit yourself into eternity, drink a Coke because you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Coke won't give you dysentery. That's actually it. You cannot. Uh, Northern Africa. Coke won't give you worms, and that's not me being a jerk about it. That's the is the reality. Uh, I promise you, if you if you come to Canada and there's somebody drinking a Bud, somebody's drinking a Budweiser beer, Bud Light, it's because they're an American in Canada. Um, Carrot, I was just looking into Pfizer a little bit more for you, and this looks really bad. This is a bad look for Pfizer. Pfizer says it will ship fewer COVID vaccine vials following the surprise discovery that an extra dose could be squeezed out of vials that are supposed to contain only 5 each. The drug company charges by the dose and had committed to deliver 200 million doses.
I mean, isn't that what Canada was doing? They were just taking the current doses and slicing it in half and saying, "There you go, that's all you need."
Yeah, the problem with that is you have to give 2 doses. So what's happening now is you've got people on different calendars that have received full doses. Then you've got some people that have received half a dosage, and now you've got people that are going to need their second dose, whether it's a stretch dose or a full dose. And Pfizer's not sending any more dosages, so you're going to have people that have to restart that. This is that's a real bad look for Pfizer in the short term. QS. This one's come up before. I don't know anything about it. QuantumScape, $50. Ran to 140, fell back down to 50. It's an EV play.
If you
Solid state
remember,
lithium batteries. I would trade ABML over QS.
Millennial, if you remember the Dunning Kruger curve, I think this is the the Dunning Kruger curve actualized.
This is what it looks like. Is this upward movement and then a complete shit the bed?
The, oh my god, we're gonna be rich, and then like the big dump, and then the trough of despair, and then yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I ABML, if I'm looking for like an outliner, yeah, there is an endless commentary about the next person who's coming up with a solid state battery. That's I'm not huge into the EV sector, but I know that that's the meme word for the sector. If you want to make a headline, you say that you've got the latest solid state battery. For me, I would just trade what I know in the sector. If you're looking to trade vehicle plays directly, I would look at Tesla. If you just like clean energy, I would look at WPRT. If you're looking at a battery play, LAC for the lithium. If you're looking for batteries themselves, ABML. Is that the Nikola chart? No, the Nikola chart does not look that pretty. The Nikola chart
Matt,
is an
can I have
abomination.
a rant about solid state, please, please,
Yeah,
please?
I gotta go get more water. Martini's gonna give you the real rant on solid state batteries because I didn't actually do that much news on it. Bill Gates investing. Bill Gates throws his money at everything. That would be like Michael Jordan wears shoes.
You'd be like Steve Eisman. He's literally in everything.
So I've been investing for a long time, and I've heard about solid state batteries. All you have to do is Google search and then actually do the little thing where you can look at different years, and you'll see the headlines have been the same since 2008 about solid state batteries.
Hello.
And that back then they promised it's only 5 years away. Well, yeah, where the fuck is it? Nobody has it. Okay. So I'm over it. I'm done with it until someone actually sells it, puts it in an actual fucking car. I'm over it. That's it's the joke. It's the perennial joke. You guys need to have like a list of hype words that you just become resistant to all that shit. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't pile into it with all the other dumbasses and trade it, but it definitely doesn't mean you invest in it. Just look up, I hope he looks up this stupid video of Fisker holding a solid state battery in his hand about 4 years ago and saying that they've built it already. Coming on to some news broadcast and saying it was the best hot shit since forever. Well, guess what? He went This is the second time he's gone bankrupt. This will be the third company he's built up again through a SPAC. And you guys fall for it every fucking time because no one looks up the history of all this shit.
Rita, the soft drink thing or whatever, right? Coke owns vitamin water and all that other stuff, right?
Dasani, yeah. Smart Water and Dasani.
Oh, okay, yeah, these guys are fucked then.
Jeez, called that one. Bitcoin, guys, still 32.2. Not a ton of fluctuation on that. I think I've got the plays for the week, guys, as far as what we're looking at upcoming. I think, honestly, guys, it looks like travel tourism is going to have a good week. At least a buy the dip opportunity somewhere in there, in my opinion. Bloomberg is speaking to CCL and Hilton on Tuesday. Delta Airlines talking to Bloomberg on Wednesday. Biden hasn't specifically outlined how he's going to support the travel and tourism industry, but there is a stimulus of some kind coming. Yeah, so we shall see what we shall see. This is the QuantumScape website here. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty.
Millennial, I just want you to give a final look on it after this.
QuantumScape.
Hey guys, I have to go, but can I say one more thing and I'm going to go?
Sure.
Sure.
The only battery advancement that has come around that's been revolutionary in the past fucking decade is held by Panasonic, FYI. And weird, who is the biggest supplier of Tesla? Panasonic. So
Yep.
I would look long and hard at them because they're the ones who have lithium-ion batteries that actually have 1,000 recharge cycles, that actually have a 3 million mile battery, if you want to use those stupid terms. And no one's talking about a 1 million mile battery anymore. Tesla had that all the way back in fall of 2019, and somehow everyone talked about it like it didn't exist, and they still don't think it exists. But they have the 3 to 4 million mile battery right now, and they're putting it into Germany's factory. So
Guten Tag.
hi. Anyway, so it's really funny the subtext of what actually goes on versus what everyone thinks goes on. All right, I'll leave you with that. Bye.
Bye.
The only thing of note that I see here, guys, is that it has 2 former board members from Tesla on it, as well as Volkswagen.
Question: is the company already traded on the stock market?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I hate that.
All right.
If you
Redemption.
Yep.
What do you want me to look at?
Celsius Holdings, CELH. I thought they were a soft drink company, but they seem more geared towards a sports drink company because they keep claiming that they're soft drink is clinically proven to help you lose weight and all this other crap that diet soda doesn't do.
All right,
And
chat. Put a 1 in chat if you've ever seen this product.
-1.
Okay, K Lethal's seen it. Snow's seen it. That's a 5. I don't even know what to do with that. Unborn Corn, 69, 007.
Wait, that's a $64 stock?
Yeah.
I never seen this product before.
I have never
ever.
seen it either. It's not in Canada, but that's not surprising.
The people
Okay.
who are pressing 1, where are you from? And where did you see the product? Online? In-store?
I'm looking at their social media. They have like 150K on social media, but the people that they pick for their social media, I have no clue who the hell these people are. There's some sort of boxer dude, something Poirier or something. I don't know who he is.
Maybe send... which social media? Instagram?
Yeah, they only have one, I think.
I'll say this for them. They've got a lot of cash on hand. They got about 50 million cash on hand from last year when they had 23. So
Their
I like
revenue
that.
grew.
Hold on, we're not there yet. I'm at their cash on hand. So cash on hand, guys, this is good. BK Eric, thanks so much for the follow, man. And Jay Richmond, thanks so much for the follow. Let me know how you found the stream and what it is you trade.
This dude's fighting McGregor. That's why Poirier's fighting McGregor.
Okay.
He's their brand sponsor.
Okay.
I'd rather have him.
Anyway, 52,000 cash on hand, sorry, 16 million. Their current assets are for
We're just seeing
oh yeah, you guys can't see it. So you have to take my word for it. 16 million they've doubled up their cash on hand, which isn't bad. Their total liabilities though outweigh their cash on hand, which I don't like. They don't have a ton of long-term liabilities, and they have paid down half of those, which isn't bad. Stocks, I don't care about. Revenue, 16 million increase year over year. 9 months, it's almost double that.
Huh.
They doubled their marketing budget. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. I like Coke better, I guess is what I'm going with.
Same. But they increased their revenue, which is kind of odd this time.
Yeah, I'm going to lean on... They're projecting what I think is an unreasonable growth. So they're projecting 170 million in sales next year. I think Coke is going to kick the shit out of this company. I don't see anything. I don't see anything here special that Coke can't do. Sparkling flavored water, like. I use a whole bunch of different programs: Earnings Whispers, Tip Ranks, Twitter, StockTwits, Coinbase, Seeking Alpha.
Isn't Coke already in the flavored water market?
Well, this is kind of this is in the health vertical as well. So BCAAs are for post-workout recovery.
It seems more geared towards like the fitness health nuts, which is kind of in line with the season right now. But
yeah, you know what's crazy to me? The product design of the can looks like a Fiverr gig.
They're in Hong Kong, which, China, and then North America and Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden is not a major global market for me.
I looked at China. In Germany, I can buy 12 bottles for 30 euros, and shipping is 60 euros. Makes sense. 61 euro for shipping.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody that's rocking my freaking socks off here. As far
I like their revenue, but I think one of the weaknesses Rita said about Coke was that it's not a growth stock because they basically anything that pays a dividend is typically not a growth stock, and this one doesn't pay a dividend. And I like the prospects of this company, but I think like you guys were talking about with the social media influencer stuff, right? I think they need to push for that really hard.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if they nab like Kylie Jenner or something like that on this thing is instantly like gonna be a phenomenal stock. But that's the question.
I'm going to say something controversial. If you have a company and you have 200 million in marketing budget, spend it on social media. Your product is going to sell like crazy. Because so many teenagers are so easily manipulated. It's
So,
a joke.
if I'm going to buy one of these guys' cans, okay? Celsius, sure, I want to buy
in Canada.
whatever, that doesn't matter. Celsius, let's go to Amazon.com. Amazon.com.
Are you going to check the product ranking?
No, I'm not. Celsius energy drinks. There they are. Okay, I get a 12 pack for $25, okay? This container of BCAAs, okay? This cost me $20, okay? In this one container, this holds estimated servings per scoop.
Millennial, are you cutting out redemption? Is Millennial cutting out just for me
A little
or
bit. A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So in this container, there's 300 grams in this. Each scoop is a 5-gram scoop. So what's that? 5, 20, 60. So I get 60 servings in this, okay? 60 servings for $20, and I can just take the little scoop, put it in my water. I just put it in the bottom, and then I pour water over top of it. I don't even
Well, like
stir
that's
it.
but that's like protein powder, right? Or
No, this is BCAA. This is exactly what this thing is hyping. Is this right here?
because they're marketing this as a energy drink that's clinically proven, that's also thermogenic or whatever, that supposedly raises your basal metabolic rate, blah blah, and it's supposed to make you lose weight and burn calories or some shit like that. But again, I don't know too much about the science of it, and I don't. Even they could say they're clinically proven, but I still think they might be full of shit. But
if you look up NoCo, that's the same company, and a similar product, and I saw this product more than the one we're looking at the moment.
One thing is with that dietary supplement clinically proven. I want to see Celsius Energy. Celsius Energy FDA approval. None of their claims are approved by the FDA.
Nice.
Yeah. None of their claims
have to be true, right?
Yeah.
Wah wah.
Wow.
It's okay. No one cares about the
on,
FDA. It's all about the influencers.
Ingredients: taurine. Yeah, these are fairly common. Green tea, guarana, and taurine. Those are like common health things that you'll find in every health product. They pump you full of caffeine. For those of you that are big into health and fitness, you'll know that caffeine junkies is not a great thing. They're claiming thermogenesis based off of the 300 mils of caffeine that are in the cans. No shit. You pump your body full of that much caffeine. Of course, you can claim that the metabolism is going to move faster. Is it healthy? It contains no sugar. It's gluten-free, kosher, non-GMO, certified vegan.
But the guy who fought Conor McGregor drinks it, millennial. It's a good drink. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, none of the claims are backed by the FDA, which is one of the huge issues that I have with the whole health and fitness thing in the States. Exospectrum, thanks so much for the follow, man. I did miss you there. Sorry about that. Thank you for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. My issue with the health and nutrition sector in the States, guys, is there are a lot of pretty bold claims, and none of them are backed by the FDA.
The only good following they have is on their Instagram, but I haven't done the individual verifications. But if their clinical claims are bogus and they don't really have, like, if they have a bunch of like big Instagram influencers, I'd be like, okay, cool, this is a marketing gimmick. But they don't. I mean, Dustin Poirier,
right.
you can get...
That's a good idea, Millennia.
Stockstream, thank you so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is that you trade. You see it in grocery stores. Maybe they're having issue getting rid of product. 90% of energy drinks, yeah. Taurine, guarana, caffeine. Those are the three things that you typically see. What's their Instagram username?
Give me a second to find it again. I clicked
Black
off.
coffee. Guys, black coffee with a scoop of this will do the exact same shit that their drink does. And I prefer coffee.
Where did I find it? It was on their main page somewhere. Give me a second.
To be fair, I have my coffee.
Celsius Official. Celsius Official.
Celsius Official. All one word, yeah?
Yep.
All right, let's see. This is one of the tools that you use regularly as a social media or digital marketing consultant, guys. You're going to check out when you come onto a new client how authentic their
because their YouTube presence sucks. Is. The Twitter only has 10K, but their Instagram has 150K.
My guess is 15% are fake.
What about that Jaguar poop coffee that costs $1,000? No, that's not me. Could I check out Is that Mile? Mile? Yeah, I can do that. Register to see the results. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. Yep, go ahead.
Wait, there.
Yeah, I'm a marketer. All right, well, we'll let that run. I'll take a look at MILE while that's running, and then we'll come back to it. MILE. I've got nothing coming up here.
By the way, if you guys haven't noticed, this is also how you pick apart a company to the last little bone, so that you know that there's absolutely no redeeming qualities to it.
Yeah, KOPN did a phenomenal job this week, SNK. That was really good. We looked at that at the start of the stream here. Exospectrum, can you double check the ticker for me? I'm not getting anything for MILE.
Calf Daddy, I drank the cat poop coffee. It was pretty good. Not worth a lot of money, but it's not bad.
It's Mile V on Yahoo Finance.
I'm looking at their social media influencers. I don't know who the hell Erica Costell is, but she looks like your typical Instagram
Can you
fitness
link
girl.
the Instagram link in chat?
God damn it. It keeps telling me to, it keeps linking me to this, like, log in now. It's Instagram. I don't want to.
Okay. Yeah, so Exospectrum. I found it. My issue with it is a couple of things. One, it's OTC or TSXV. Two, micro electric mobility. So electric scooters, bikes, Vespas, that kind of crap. Okay. I don't think there's a lot of room for this, especially when you take under consideration that this company is operating where? Active locations: Texas, Louisiana, up the East Coast. Okay, so let me tell you, all of the products they sell are useless from, I would say, Virginia north. for several months of the year. From, I would say, New Jersey north for like half of the year, if not longer. Okay, so they're pairing with universities. This is another big warning sign. They think that they're pairing with universities is a good idea. I think that's a terrible idea right now. That wouldn't be a selling point for me. What else do they have? Oh, it's all universities. That's how they make their money, is municipal partners and universities. This is a terrible business strategy, I think. Especially since all of these universities are still doing student loan forgiveness through the year. People are not going back. This is a ginormous red flag of epic proportions. Also, if I go onto a campus 9 times out of 10, so if you go down in California and you're on these campuses, I see almost nobody using these shitty electric bikes and electric Vespas and whatnot. They either have their own one wheel or they are, rocking a car like a grown ass man. Maybe like New York, California, maybe are the exception, but like Texas, I bet you this is not doing phenomenal. Let's take a look at their financials, though. Maybe my conjecture is completely wrong, and they're actually gangbusters. Cedar.com is experiencing some issues. Wow. Okay. So you can't even look at the company's financials. Yeah, this would be a big red flag for me. Okay, they did have their trading halted. Why did they have their trading halted?
Redemption, what you just typed, I agree so much with it.
Damn right.
Yeah.
They were banned at UCLA 10 years ago? Yeah.
But no one listens to me, Cybot, so it's fine.
To me neither. I'm saying that for the last month, and we have 3 more people.
Oh, this is a
By the
bad
way.
look. December 1st, Last Mile Holding announces that it's unable to file its financials on time. Yikes. Yes,
I'd rather jump into Ignite Dan Blitzarian's bullshit than that.
Check out Raw Materials, STLD. Steel, yeah. Steel is going to be a solid play. Less solid actually than people would think, though. There have been a lot of people that are super like financial erections on steel. With Biden putting the kibosh to any interstate pipelines, a lot of the steel is no longer necessary.
God damn it.
I'm not as bullish on steel as many out there.
By the way, Millennial, I found a new very interesting company. Do you want to have a look?
Sure.
TBLT.
Tough
Build Industries.
Yeah, I've looked at this one already.
Oh.
I know this one. I am familiar, I should say. I haven't done a deep dive. I am familiar.
Because they nearly got kicked off the Nasdaq, but they're going up. Their revenue is looking good.
Yeah, lithium, platinum, palladium, guys. If it's those metals, I'm interested. Otherwise, gold, silver, copper, steel, not interested. This
Actually,
is. Do you see the projected sale? This is bullshit. Sorry.
No, the projector is bullshit, yeah. But the
They're
revenue
projecting
from the
60 million. They're going to go from 20 million last year to 60 million on
I
tool
think
pouches, tool belts,
I think
tool bags.
I think the projection might be a little off, but I think that it might be a strong sector moving forward, especially with the
Yeah.
home builders.
Yeah,
There-
the same thing. I think
but
a
there's
lot of people are buying a lot of stuff to build to improve their homes because they are bored at the
okay,
moment.
guys. I'm there. What do they have that somebody else can't make?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay,
But
not
it's
it.
not just that, but it's what was it? I'm also looking at it from a supply and demand point of view, because if everybody's all with Black and Decker, which would be my pick, if Black and Decker has no supply to sell and these guys are the only ones left, what are you going to choose to do as a contractor? You're going to say, "Oh, I can't build that deck today because they don't have any more Black and Decker stuff for next couple months," or are you going to try to get the job done?
Okay, let's take a look. So here we are. We're on Amazon. These guys are the top saw horses. Okay, Works, Pegasus, DeWalt, Trojan, Cat's Force, House Tables. What's their brand name again? Tough Built.
Mm.
Sponsored position: Keeter, Cast Force, Fulton, Rockwell, Fulton, Black and Decker, Craig, Woodstock. Tough Built. Okay, we're there. So how far did I have to go down?
Pretty far down.
Pretty far, yeah.
Most
Where do
people
I?
would have just clicked on the first three rows and that's it, or even just
Yeah.
the
I don't.
top two
Yep.
there.
This is as far as I go down. Here, I'll look at this top row, and then I'll look at this.
The only
But
people looking for something specific are like they're going to look for something specific like Black and Decker, DeWalt,
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
all right, next up, tool bag.
You can see a lot of Chinese stuff.
Yeah. To be fair.
Well, I just want to do the same thing. I want to go down. I want to. I want to give the. I want to give it.
You don't go to Amazon to get a quality product most of the time, right?
No, I wouldn't say that's true in America.
Because I don't. If I search for a good product on Amazon, I'm ignoring every Amazon Prime or whatever they call it product. I ignore every product who has over 5,000, 2,000
Wait, but
recommendation
sorry,
or stars.
what's the price of this sticker again?
TBLT.
How much is it? What?
130.
I'd rather just put my money into Home Depot.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
They
I'm
bought
thinking.
HD supply and everything.
I'm thinking the same thing. Yeah, but looking at this, guys, they don't even come up page one for tool bag. I put in tool belt. This is just it. Like, this is a sector that's inundated, right? It's flooded. And I don't see tough built. I don't see tough built anywhere. Their sawhorse did come up on the first page of the other one, but I had to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Yeah, they're not even page one for this. So like, their top three items aren't even there. Do I have any thoughts on Airy? This is one that you guys brought up before that I was unfamiliar with, but Martini seemed to know it. Array Technologies. I don't know it. It's a tech play. Duratrack, single axis solar tracking. Solar. It's got the solar in it. Gets a thumbs up. Trifecta, love it.
Tough
All in
Build's
metals.
most sold product on Amazon is an electrician pouch.
Okay, electrician pouch.
Yeah.
Okay, Amazon.com.
Electrician clip tech pouch and hub. Whatever that means.
Electrician pouch.
Let's see.
So let's see. DeWalt, McGuire, Klein, Southwire, Gatorback, Klein, CLC, DeWalt.
Interesting.
Klein, McGuire, Asinine, Tough Built. There it is. So 6 rows down.
Wait, why is it? Wait. Did I dim? Did I look up? You can look it up on Amazon Germany, right?
Yeah, this one doesn't even have a price listing visible.
Huh.
20 bucks. They want 20 bucks for it. Yeah, I mean, it's just
$25 from you. Yeah.
what I'm looking for, guys. A lot of people don't know this, but you can go to Amazon, and for everything that you can imagine, there's a bestseller list. Okay, and if you're not finding your brand that you want to trade inside these bestsellers, I'd probably stay away from it.
By the way, guys, don't buy the black K95 mask. Just saying.
What's that supposed to be, Cybot?
Oh, god damn it.
So bestsellers, this isn't buy box, guys. This is bestsellers. This is I like Array on Bonecorn. I do. I like it. So bestsellers, guys, let's pick an industry. What is something that we think is gonna be hot in the next year? Let's go
DIY.
Okay, so DIY. So let's go back. DIY. So that would be
Glue? I don't know.
Hold on, no, they don't have a construction. I'm just thinking tools and home improvement. Let's go tools and home improvement, okay? So these are the best sellers. They've got, of course, they've got masks in here. I don't really care about masks. What I care about are the actual tools themselves. Power and hand tools. Okay. Power and hand tools. Let's look for brands. Lexavon, Black & Decker, Tac Life, Astro Air, Smith & Wesson, WD-40. Okay, guys, this one is one of my favorite stocks. It is an unsung hero, but I do like it. Wolftad, thanks so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is that you trade, sir. Not a fan of zero margin economy with lockdowns. I don't think makeup will be big. Hand pruners to trim your herb. You got to trim the herb. WD-40 is publicly traded, is it not? Yeah, WDFC.
Wait, they are public?
Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna go get some more water here, but take a look at how WD-40 performed over the year. And I don't think they're gonna stop. I think they're gonna keep going.
$180%. That's pretty good. And that's a pretty good product. All in lubricants. God damn it, trifecta.
Okay, why is WD-40 such a strong pick moving forward? The reason why I think WD-40 is such a strong pick is two major industries that are looking to have strong years are automotive and home construction DIY. WD-40 double banks off, but both of those. And it also has the advantage of being name brand, right? So you got a booger, you need to wipe your nose, you go get a Is this thing on? Can you guys hear me?
Nope, we didn't.
Sorry, someone said something very stupid in another chat.
If you got a booger, you go get a Kleenex. Thank you, chat. Okay. If you need to clean your ears after a shower, even though it's not recommended to use this way, you go get yourself a Q-tip. Perfect. Okay. You like to have cheese on your toast for whatever reason. You go get a blowtorch. I don't think it's a blowtorch. What I'm getting at, guys, is when you have a product, when your product's name represents the product as a whole, Welsh rarebit, cotton swab, toaster oven. No, you go get cheese whiz. The point is, guys, when your brand represents the product as a whole, you win. Even if you aren't using WD-40, specifically that can, right? People still say WD-40. Oh man, I need some WD-40. And then you go buy the whatever the dollar store version of it is. But this is not surprising to me, guys. This is one of those stocks when I first started learning stocks that I tried to keep my eyes peeled for. One of these stocks that was kind of low and slow, right? But imagine you go back to 1990, right? 1544. 1990, you're like, you know what? Bam, baby. I'm getting in on WD-40. Everybody seems to have a WD-40, right? I'm getting in on it. 15 to 300. All right, we are just getting to the end. Let me slack you. Yeah, Zoom. Zoom would be an example, I think. You get on a Zoom call, right? It can cure acne, I think. Acne, cancer. It's not approved by the FDA, so they can just claim it as a nutritional product. I'm pretty sure you can use it after your workout. G.I. Joe Pesci, thanks for the follow, man. I am not an options trader. I couldn't tell you. I trade equity exclusively. Couldn't tell you. So as we close out the day here, guys, 32.2. Not bad. Bitcoin really tight candle on the day. Not a lot of movement. We are going into FOMC next week. Swing trades or scalps? Mostly swing trades. There are a few scalps in there, but it's mostly swing trades. No official long-term holds. Anyways, guys, if you're looking for ideas of brands that perform well, another sector that's supposed to do really well this year is pets, right? So if you head in here to pet supplies, Earth Rated, Dr. Elsie's, like you can just go on here and find these brands and figure out if there's a potential outlier in these top sellers that isn't currently rocking it on the market. But yeah, this is the Peter Lynch idea of using the store to direct your portfolio. All right, guys. Few things. Just some official stuff. Latest Slap That Ask podcast episode is there for you guys. We will be putting out a new episode next week, but for now, that's the latest one. If you guys are looking for the reading list, it is updated from the day. I will be back 9 a.m. to 11 all week next week. Trading like we usually do. If you guys are subs, you will be getting a link on Twitch with the trading journal. for access to the trading journal at the end of the month. So expect that to show up in your Twitch mailbox if you are a sub. New view, thank you so much for following, man. Much appreciated. I think I'm gonna raid somebody. Let's do that. Sully Gnome has got a random raid thing, right? Okay, raid finder. No data available in here. Let's go just chatting. Search. All right. Red Fanny it is. Have a good weekend, guys. You rock. If you are a sub, say hello to Red Fanny. Give her a what's up. Least I could do is pass along a little bit of the love, hopefully help folks out. Have an amazing weekend. I will see you Monday morning. Ladies and gentlemen, later.